Hey people, hi. Welcome back to the Mace Moreau Show. Please, when you walk in, please like the video. And I am here to tell you guys about when I got held up at my job on my day off. Now, this was like in 2004, maybe 2004, 2005. I was a bartender at a local bar. We're going to just call the bar, let's see, the Ruby Lounge. Okay, we're gonna call. I'm changing the name to protect the innocent. Okay, so we're gonna call the bar the Ruby Lounge. I was a bartender there for a while. It was a nice community bar in the neighborhood. It was like Cheers, like everybody knew your name. It was a real cool bar. So at that time, I was married to a gentleman. I'll call him Mustafa. All right. Okay, at this time, I was married to Mustafa. So that whole day, I was doing a lot of running around and getting stuff done with Mustafa. So then my homegirl that also worked at the bar was calling me, like, girl, come, I want to have drinks, da da da, let's go hang out, let's do this, let's do that. So then I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get this business done with Mustafa, and then I'm gonna come and we're gonna have drinks. So finally, get what I had to get done with Mustafa. Then I get back home. My homegirl meets me at my apartment. So then we're sitting in an apartment. So I had some, I think, rum or something like that. So I made some pina coladas. So we're drinking, talking, having some pina coladas or whatever. So we decided, we was like, well, why don't we go up to the bar? We ran out of drinks. It was probably about 12:30 in the morning. It's like, well, let's go to the bar. We could go get a drink at the bar. So I was like, let's call, because it was a Monday night. Now it's coming back to me. It was a Monday night. And I was like, well, let me see if the bar is still open, because, Mondays is kind of slow or whatever. So I call the bar. So now someone answers the bar phone and says, Domino's Pizza. I'm like, Domino's Pizza? I know I'm dialing the right number. I've been working here for years. I know the number. Dial again. It says it's Domino's Pizza. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? So I caught the voice of the person on the other end. It was another young lady that used to work at the bar. Let me see what we're going to call her. We're going to call her Deborah. Now, Deborah worked at the bar as well. But Deborah ends up getting into an altercation, and the owner of the bar banned Deborah from the bar. So Deborah was not supposed to be at the bar. So now I'm calling the bar. So I'm like, yo, that sounds like Deborah on the other end saying Domino's Pizza. So my homegirl at the time was like, what? She's not even supposed to be in it. And I was like, yeah, she had the nerve saying Domino's Pizza and hanging up the phone. So she's like, we should just go up there. So I was like, yeah, let's go up there. So I grabbed my shoes, because the bar wasn't that far from where I lived. So it's like 2 blocks. So we grab our shoes, we walk up there, we go up there. We go in the bar. Who do we see there? Deborah. Now, Deborah was supposed to be banned from the bar, but she was there. So me and my homegirl looked like, So now the young lady that's behind the bar, she's another bartender. I'm going to call her, let's call her Bethany. Bethany was behind the bar. Bethany was like the bar owner's like favorite. She was like always on point, telling everybody what to do. So she's basically running around like she was a manager. But she knew better, because the owner did not want Deborah in the bar. So now we're looking at Bethany like, you shady. And now we calling, trying to come up here, trying to spend money. And you're telling us it's Domino's? What kind of mess is this? So now we order our drinks, we drinking, we chilling or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So now I get a phone call. So I get a phone call. Now on the phone call is my current husband. I got to explain that later. I was married to my ex-husband, but talking to my current husband. I'll explain another story for another day. Now it's my current husband who I'm talking to on the phone. So I take my phone, I leave my purse, because my friend was sitting at the bar, my other homegirl. So I leave my purse, I go to the back. So now in the back, they had like a kitchen in the bar, but the kitchen really didn't have a door. The kitchen was like covered by like a hefty, I don't even think it was a hefty, it was like a toughy plastic bag. It was like covered by a plastic bag. So I went to the back, to talk on the phone. So I'm on the phone, talking in the back, da 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 da. Come back out, drinking. At this time, I was a Bacardi, not even Bacardi, I was a Hennessy drinking, tequila shot taking, Newport 100 smoking. So we just smoking cigarettes and drinking, having a good old time, smoking cigarettes and drinking. So now Mustafa rings my phone. Because earlier while I was doing some running around, Mustafa had just bought me put a phone like on his plan so it could like have the same name. Another story. So at this time, I had 2 phones. So I had my new phone that I just got from Mustafa, and I had my old phone. So now this was the time, I think, when the maybe the Boost Mobiles, those chirp phones was out. I believe I had a chirp, and I had my other phone. Now they both was in my pocketbook. So I go back to the back. So now the music cuts off. So I'm in the back, but I'm on the phone with Mustafa going back and forth over some crap or whatever have you. So the music cuts. So I like move the bag. So I still see everybody sitting there. Everybody's there. So I'm like, probably, the jukebox just ran out of money. They're going to put something in the jukebox. Close the bag back on the phone. So then he pissed me off. So I wasn't even thinking when I, bust out of the plastic bag. So I just moved the plastic bag and I'm stomping out. So I'm stomping out and I stomped out into a shot in my face. So now I'm like, so I'm thinking they're joking. At this point, I'm like, this is a joke. So I'm like, put that down, like, and he has a mask on. So I'm like, stop playing. So now I'm looking around at the bar. So now I see everybody's faces like this shit is real. So he was like, get the fuck down. And I was like, I'm not getting down. What? He was like, get the down. I was like, help, you know me? Then I'm down on the floor. I'm on the floor. So now I'm just laid out on the floor. Now I'm like belly crawled on the floor, like stretched out on my stomach. I'm stretched out on my stomach. Now I look over at my friend that I came in the bar with. So she's just looking straight ahead, like real scared. And I'm trying to catch eye contact with her. But I end up catching eye contact with the other bartender that was behind the bar. So now the other bartender that's behind the bar, her eyes is darting back and forth, like so I'm like, oh my God, like what's really happening? So now they're walking back. I think it was 2 or 3 guys. I don't remember. I think it was maybe it was definitely 2. It may have been 3. So now they're walking back and forth, like, give it up, give me the money, give me everything that's in there, give it up, all your jewelry, all that shit. So then it was it was like a guy, I'm calling him Peter and Paul. They used to always come to the bar together. They were just, homeboys that used to come hang out and drink. So they used to dress real nice. Vanson Levers at the time. This is when Vanson's was out or whatever. And the robber was like, yo, I like that jacket. And he just grabbed it and like yanked it off him. But it was like came off him like a rag doll. Like he was like, and he just fell, like slid out the chair. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So now at the time I'm laying on the floor. So then at the time, like these earrings, like these are my staple earrings. I will always have a pair of bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, always. Now I had these earrings. They was a little bit bigger. And I had those earrings. So now the earrings are on. My brain has went blank. I'm still flat belly crawl, like on the floor. So now they're stomping down. I slid my earrings off. I took the money that I had on my pocket and I put it on the side of me because they was like, take everything off. So now the girl that wasn't supposed to be in the bar, what did we call her? Deborah, that was in the bar, that wasn't supposed to be in the bar. Now the robbers are being like really rough with her. They're like reaching in her pockets, emptying out her pockets, yanking her around, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, and it just seemed like weird to me. I'm like, girl, you wasn't even supposed to be here. Like, this seems like a setup. So all types of stuff is like running through my head while I'm belly flat on the floor. So now I look up at my homegirl that came to the bar with me. So the guy looks over at her and just yanks her chain off. So then when he yanks her chain off, because she was just sitting like real stiff and like looking straight. So when he yanks her chain off, she just starts crying. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then because I just looked at her and he yanked her chain. She's just like, and I was just like, I'm on the floor. So I'm on the floor like, oh my, I can't believe I've never been in a robbery before. So I'm like, I'm on the floor. So the robbers are like stepping over me. So then I'm looking down, my earrings and my money is still there. So I'm looking like, what? So I literally grabbed one of the robbers and I'm like, pull him by like his pants leg. I was like, Mr. Robber, there's my stuff. You forgot my stuff. And he stepped over it again. And I was like so nervous. So I'm like, I don't want him to come back. Maybe he didn't hear me. I don't want him to come back and think I'm holding out and, wow out. So then I'm like, Mr. Robber, my stuff. So he just looked there like, just grabbed my stuff up and grabbed it, put it in his pocket. So that they end up like asking the girl from behind the bar, like, you got bags? But they start taking liquor and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, not the Hennessy. Like they just took the Hennessy. I was like, I was drinking that. Oh my God. It was like nerve-wracking. Everybody in there nervous. So then they was like, everybody close, everybody shut up, everybody count to 100. Do not do nothing until you count to 100. So they back out. So we sitting there like 99, 98, 97, 90. So I think we got down to like 50. So I'm like, fuck this. So I got up, I ran to the door. I locked the bar door, like slammed the door, like, oh my God, call 911, call the cops. So now I'm looking at the girl that wasn't supposed to be at the bar, Deborah. So I'm like, you set us up. Like this was a setup. You got fired and you sent somebody here to rob us or whatever. It was just weird, like a weird energy. And she was like, no, I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? He took my stuff too. Like he robbed me, like blah, blah, blah. And now it was like just so weird. Like the energy of the night was just like crazy. So now we hear bang, 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 bang at the bar door. So it was another bartender that was like a hostess there. Like she worked there for like decades. I think like she probably was born in that bar. Like that's how long she's working there. And she worked there for like decades. So she ended up coming in like, what's going on? Everything. What's going on? What's going on? So we just got robbed. And so she was like, you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. So at this point, I'm looking at everybody like everybody's guilty. Like you did it. Like, why are you here? Like, what was you here? And I'm like, if I had just stayed home, this would have never happened. If I had just stayed home instead of trying to be nosy. See, this is when being nosy goes wrong. Being a nosy alcoholic, trying to get drinks, goes wrong. But that's my story of how I got robbed at my job on my day off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, please. And don't forget, please check out the Mace and Shady Show here on YouTube. And don't forget, check out my channel. I'm going to be dropping more content, okay? All right. See you guys later. Bye.